Morning, Les.
Morning.
Thank you for joining us at Vidcon 2018. It's great to have you in Melbourne. Could you start by telling us a little bit about your background and the work you've done with the IPA in the UK?
Yeah, well, my job title is Head of Effectiveness at Adam and Eve DDB in London. What I do with the IPA, the body that represents the UK advertising industry, is I analyse their data on effectiveness to try and find general patterns about what works and what doesn't. So I've been doing that for the last 10 years, really.
And based on that work, obviously there's a lot of work in there, what are the 2 to 3 principles for marketing effectiveness in a digital era?
You really need to have the right combination of long-term brand building and short-term activation. And those two things, brand building and activation, work in different ways. So you need different media, different strategies, different approaches, different content. And you need them working together and you need them to be balanced. Activation is much more about information and messages and relevance. It's the kind of thing that's very easy to understand, you know, it's very rational. But brand building isn't really like that. Brand building is much more about priming people emotionally to be well disposed towards your brand, to be warm towards the brand. Emotion is really, really important.
In your experience, what's the medium that really drives the most effective brand building?
So you need broad reach, emotional, memorable media. And audio-visual media work particularly well at the emotional level. So what we find is that video in all its forms tends to be the most powerful brand building format. So TV gives you good reach for some people, but there are many people who don't watch much TV, so online video gives you additional reach, particularly amongst younger audiences. It gives you additional reach in different parts of the day, when people are out and about, when they're not sitting at home watching TV. It gives you additional reach through sharing. When you're watching online video, then in that online space, often there are ways to then, you know, if people are interested in the brand, the products, to then move on and buy. So it has a kind of activation role as well. So what we find is that online media generally, but video particularly, make other media work harder.
Any advice for marketers into the future around investment levels? Or
they need to invest more in brand. And within brand, video channels are underfunded. They're not spending enough on TV, they're not spending enough on online video. They need to harness the power of those video channels and use them together. The best marketing campaigns use TV and online together because they work in synergy.
Les, you and I were talking about how you enjoy YouTube with your daughter over brekkie in the morning. Right. What's your experiences with YouTube?
Okay, so we watch Wengie and Max Reacticorns most mornings over breakfast. And that was quite interesting for me because my daughter suddenly realised that the smart TV gave her access to YouTube. So we got into this habit of watching Wengie and Max in the morning. And what I noticed was it was much more like a TV experience. And it feels to me that TV and YouTube, anyway, TV and YouTube are becoming closer together. You know, the they're blurring. The boundaries between them are blurring, and I think that's likely to be the future.
Well, super. Thank you, Les. Thanks so much for joining us, and look forward to your session later on.
Thank you.